Yo, what's up them boys? It's Knee here. Back at it again for another video. I had to pick up the emotion, man. This is gonna be a short little absolute Wednesday. I didn't go crazy in the comic book shop this week. I'm saving it for Christmas Eve. That week is about to be crazy. There's about to be Absolute Martian Manhunter. I think there's supposed to be Absolute Superman. That bit got delayed. So next week's about to go crazy. But I have one Absolute here this week and a couple other DCKOs that I have here, so let's get into it. Usually we don't start with Absolute, but the week was so light that we might as well do it. And it's the weakest one still. Absolute Flash is here. Thawne is here. He has made his his first full-blown appearance, I guess, in this page. I mean, not in this page, in this issue, and it was pretty fire. This is not gonna be a spoiler. Well, that was a spoiler right there, but this, I mean, he's on the cover, bruh. There's not gonna be a spoiler about what happens in the issue, but it's not too crazy. Basically, Kid Flash is going back, and Wally's going back to the place where his dad was at, or where they were experimenting on. He went back to that area. Eleanor kind of is like baiting him back to go into that area and shit. And I think she's trying to bring out Thawne. So it was an okay issue. With that being said, nothing really, I mean, they had a fight and shit like that. It was fire, but it was all a distraction. It was all a distraction. The colors started to get nice when it was like they're bending worlds and shit. Like he started to do his bending, running and shit. He started running and he got transported to a different planet. Like different planet type. I can't say too much. But let's just say he's gone a different planet, and I fuck with it. I almost did drop this issue, but since this week was so light with comics, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep picking up this Flash, and I wanted to round off the series completely with the 10. It would have been crazy to end it on 9, right? So, I mean, we'll see. There's 2 more issues basically to complete the volume set if I wanted to get the 2 volumes. So I might just do that to see, and that's probably when the arc will end. And that's when I'll know if I'm gonna drop this bit or not. But let's get into the next one. Now let's get into one of the highlights of the week. Cyborg and Swamp Thing. That thing was a banger, bruh. That thing was a banger. Technology versus nature. 2 people struggling with humanity, fighting each other in the DC. That shit was fire. And it's like how their story interacting and shit. Like, it kind of made me want to read Titans, because Cyborg in this bit, he's kind of fire, bro. And I don't know, they have an interactions, him and Swamp Thing and shit like that. It continues more, but it's fire, honestly. Like, I guess they've been part of the same storyline and shit, and they already had the same interaction, but how they ended off and everything, the battle was fire, bro. And then there's this cool thing where you see every single, like, look at this Cyborg! Teen Titans, go! Pew, 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 pew. But you know, when you go through the different rounds of picking up character, look at this Cyborg, bro. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Ah, that is so fire to see him in this bitch. Oh. But yeah, man, I definitely enjoyed this issue. Oh, there's another page I wanted to show you that was fire. I don't want to spoil too much. but it was definitely fire. Oh, and you see a lot of John in the Teen Titans too. John, Superman's son. I haven't really, this is my first time really seeing him in the comics and shit like that. It was cool. It's cool. He seems like he's all right. I don't know if that means Superman's gone, but he's in this tournament right now, so it makes sense. Then we're getting into the highlight of the week. The what I've been waiting for, the cat fight of the century. Let me chill. Harley Quinn versus Zatanna. Look at this fucking art cover, by the way. You know you had to get that A. You know how to get that A. You feel me? This shit is clean, and this story was fire, bro. They're throwing hands in this bit, like they're throwing hands. These are ones like a lot of the people use powers. There's a couple of panels in here where they're just doof, doof, throwing hands. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if they did that because of that. But the art style was pretty cool in this one too. It's like anime-esque, almost. Is kind of getting close to it. Like, it's like the person appreciates anime and wanted to try to bring that slice of life into the comic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but even with the, like, even with like the paneling and shit, like, and how she, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a manga too, because like that, how the actions lead into each other and shit. And then she has the I don't want to spoil too much. That's the first round, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not spoiling too much, but this fire, bro. I don't want to say who wins this one. Obviously, I'm not gonna say. I haven't said it for any of them, I don't think. But yeah, this bitch was fire, bro. Definitely fire. It was the best one. The art style was amazing in this one. It was definitely really amazing. Oh my God, look at the spread, yo. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this is some crazy work done, bro. Absolute DCKO. I said absolute, but DCKO, they got it, honestly. They do got it. DCKO got it. Like, it's been a fire event. Probably better than even the Deadpool Batman crossovers. If I'm gonna keep it $150, this is DC's best event. It's absolute and then this. And it's probably, if we're gonna trickle it down from all the absolute series, we're gonna just have to pick one. If you had to pick one, it'd probably be absolute Batman and DCKO are probably the things, yo. Marvel, what are you doing, dude? 4 weeks for a Doomsday trailer? Avatar and Ash? One per week. Like, what do you think this is, bro? Marvel, I'm gonna tired. All right, them boys, that's new comic book day. Let me know down below what you guys picked up today. I know my shit was light, and so the video is probably gonna be short. I might throw in some other stuff in here in between, but we'll see if I do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna talk to you boys later. Peace.